What's going on, YouTube? Today we're going to be doing a review of the 2009 Subaru Outback. Now, there's a lot of reasons I love this car, and there's a lot of reasons I love Subaru too. But today we're going to focus on this one. I'm going to start a series of videos doing reactions and reviews to different and various vehicles. But today we're going to start with this one. And if you've never drove a Subaru before, then don't just click off, because I know a lot of people give a Subaru a bad false reputation, but let me walk you through this video and through this vehicle and show you just why I love this car or this brand so much. Check it out. The first reason I love Subaru as a whole is, well, where I'm at right now. I'm out in the middle of nowhere-ish. I mean, you can drive out that way to the road, but I know I have a truck with city tires. It would probably get stuck in this. It's currently raining or sprinkling. It just let up a little bit, but it's been, you know, the ground's damp. And I know I've gotten my truck with city tires stuck in an area like this because the ground was too damp for it to catch traction. And of course, this car right here's got just regular old city tires, no all-terrains, nothing special. And it can make it out here no problem. That's one thing I love about Subarus, because almost every single Subaru you buy is going to be a four-wheel drive, always. That's one thing Subaru specializes in, is all-wheel drive systems, which is noted with their symmetrical all-wheel drive system in here. So, I mean, your Subaru ain't going to get stuck nowhere. It can have these city type tires, be raining, as wet as it is, and I could still drive around. That little performance factor here, I guarantee you I can get from 0 to 20 in like a second or maybe 2 seconds, even on dirt with the four-wheel drive system. Like gravel, dirt, it's going to act like it's not even there. I mean, the four-wheel drive is incredible in these cars. I love them. And to have a car such a low profile, you know, as sleek as it is, as, you know, cityfied grandma as it is, it's incredible. I mean, you wouldn't expect a little car like this little grandma style car, to have such an amazing drivetrain on it. And honestly, for a grandma car, as a lot of people like calling them, it looks great. This is the blue and silver two-tone option. You know, of course, it's got the roof racks, the long extended sunroof. The package we have has the leather seats. Most of them are going to come with the wooden detail. Of course, you've got the heated seat option in this one. Your cup holder space. This can come up as an extended armrest, or you can lift that up for your glove box. Of course, you got your space in there. All the manuals are still in there from it. You've got a 6 CD changer. Of course, you've got climate control for this side of the car, climate control for that side of the car. Of course, they got the amazing little red light. That's not aftermarket. It comes with that. Of course, you can set it to automatic and then set it to a temperature, and the car by itself will adjust the temperature depending on whatever you set it to. So it has active climate control, which is actually an incredible thing for a 2009 model. I know I've had a few newer vehicles around the 2010 year that didn't even come with stuff like that, so Subaru's really had it going for this year. Now, of course, being Subaru, it does have the 4-cylinder boxer engine, which it can be a headache at times to work on. It can be. But give you a little idea of what's under the engine here. So you got your battery right there. You got all your intake stuff. Your manifolds, intake manifolds are up here. Alternators at a super easy spot to get to should you ever have to work on it. The belts are right here up front. So the belts are easy to get to should you ever need to work on them. I think you just got to take that plastic cover off and maybe move a hose if you want. I'm sure you could easily work around it though. But yeah, the belts are just right there. I'm sure that down there is where your timing and all that would be. I mean, it's easy enough to work on. I think for those of you who don't know what the boxer engine is, or what makes a boxer engine, well, a boxer, is your pistons. You've got 2 cylinders over here and 2 cylinders over here. 2 pistons are firing this way side by side, and 2 pistons are firing that way side by side. So it's just a flat box with 2 pistons firing like towards each other. And you know, it can be easy. You know, your spark plugs is just right there and right there. You know, I mean, it's not the easiest spot at all to get to. That's why some general maintenance can be a little, I guess, iffy on here. But I mean, all in all, I mean, it's pretty decent for what it is. So yeah, the engine, drivetrain, it's asymmetrical 4-wheel drive. So, you know, you've got the a CV axle running that way, CV axle running that way. You know, your transmission splits off, runs back here, CV axle right there, CV axle down the other side. So, I mean, it's not like it has one solid suspension back here and then, you know, your normal front wheel drive. It's like the CV axles all the way around, which can be good or bad depending on how you look at it. I prefer it though. Your CV axle ever goes out, it's just to unbolt a couple things, bolt it back on. So, nah, it could be worse. So yeah, all in all, not too bad under here. All right, we go over here, and of course we got the cargo space and everything. I've got a couple of things down here because you can fold these seats completely down and have ginormous cargo space. It's just let down over the top of one of these buttons right here. And of course you got a lot of leg room, plenty of space. You can come back here to the hatch, open it up. I can extend a cot out here at the back. I can actually lay down and have my legs end just at the seat. So I mean, it has incredible cargo space for whatever you may need. I mean, literally, I'm almost 6 foot tall and my head lays here. My feet end just behind the seat if that seat's let up a little bit more. So over 6 feet of space back here, and decent enough headroom, decent enough for whatever you might need. So I mean, it's really great room back here. Most of these cars will come with this right here, which is one of the cargo nets that you can plug in right there, and you can extend back and lock it right here, so you can have a little cargo net right there should you need to. I don't know how well I can access it, but you this mat will lift up, and you can press down and lift up on this, and you got a little toolbox area under there. So you can store tools, and of course under that toolbox you can lift that styrofoam stuff up, and that's where your spare tire is located. So if you had like a trunk mounted spare tire holder, or if you hold your spare tire on top, you could technically gut all of this out, drop the floorboard for even more space, and have a nice micro camper conversion should you need to. Really good for grocery shopping. I know laying it down, I fit a full flat screen TV back here, so I mean, it's got all the space you can need to carry stuff around, I guess, if as long as it's not too tall, I suppose. But no, really great space for what it is. And of course, I can stand up and still have plenty of space. You know, I stand this tall up, and the gate gives you plenty of room. So I mean, tailgating right here, if you're out camping somewhere, wouldn't be an issue at all. So, and once again, it's raining like it was or currently is. I don't have to worry about getting stuck because damn 4-wheel drive. You can get one of the sport cars in a Subaru. The little, like, I guess the Civic of Subaru, I guess you could say. I don't know how to describe it. The cars, the little 2-door sports cars, they're 4-wheel drive. All Subarus are pretty much going to be 4-wheel. So if you're looking for a convenient car that's sporty, has 4-wheel drive, and take you anywhere you need to go, this will do it. I mean, I love the way it's set up. I mean, I can take corners going 40 and not even feel it in this car. I mean, I'll give you some little demonstrations of how good it runs here in a minute. But I mean, yeah, it's incredible. No major issues on it so far. I think the only thing that we've ever had go wrong with it was it had a little engine stutter at one time. And I replaced the spark plugs, the wires, and I put a distributor on here. That distributor came from a Rock Auto's performance section. It was like the Denso or I don't know, it was under the racing performance section. I threw the racing grade alternator on with the wires to match it, and it runs incredibly, man. So there is some performance parts out there for these that you can swap out if you like doing the aftermarket stuff. I mean, there's plenty of options for it. Since it's raining a good bit, I'm gonna go ahead and get the kickstand down so that the rain don't hit the alternator. I don't think it'll mess with it, but also, mind you, there is a little bit of play in the metal on these, but man, for the most part, the dang metal on these are good for the year. Now, the doors are a different story, but I mean, the front feels solid as hell for, you know, the cheap little aluminums that most cars nowadays get a bad reputation for. And of course, you can have your trunk sitting half-mast, fully open. I mean, the pistons ain't just going to immediately fall if you go to close it. So if you wanted to stay back here and have it half open, they're strong enough to support it at different heights. So real good quality on the pistons. Some drive features of it is this one will come with this little lever here, which will let your seat up, let you lay back. You can scoot forward, scoot back. You can lift the seat up or put the seat down. Let's see. Got your lock, unlock, trunk. All right. The only check engine thing I've got going on now is I've got to get the catalytic converter cleaned, which they've got a little cleaning kit for that at AutoZone for like 20 bucks. And it's picking up one of my wheel speed sensors is messed up. I was going down a rocky road a little quick the other day, and I noticed getting off of that rocky road that light had come on, so maybe I knocked something a little bit loose going down there. That was probably on me for going a bit fast. But I mean, it still drives perfectly. I mean, has an amazing sound to it. So you've got your park, reverse, neutral, drive. You can put the shifter over one and have it in sport mode. Or you can, of course, manually change the gear so it's half manual if you want to drive like that every once in a while. Of course, the console section blends together so good. You can notice I'm down to a quarter of a tank left on the gas. And there's another cool thing about these is the display button right here. So you can have it set to configure to the current amount of miles per gallon you're getting. So while you're driving down the road, you can see your miles per gallon you're getting depending on how heavy you're on the gas. You can set it to your average miles per gallon. I've been a little heavy on the gas recently. It's fun to drive. So of course the miles per gallon ain't the best. But despite being heavy footed or going around town, 19 is still not too bad. A quarter of a tank left, and I've still got 80 miles to go until I really need to fill up and until it gets empty. So of course, as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm gonna go fill it up. But for only having a quarter of a tank and at 80 miles is not bad. Before I drove to where I was, it was just a little bit above that quarter mark, and it said 110. So right above the quarter, you're at 110 miles. So a full tank, you're looking at almost 300 miles till empty. So it's got a great size gas tank. Even at $2.70 is I think the average around here for gas. It'd take about $40 to fill it up. This got a great size gas tank. It's got a really big tank. While my Kia Soul that I have back at the house, it only takes $20 to fill up on the exact same gas rate. So a much bigger gas tank so you can go further in it. The 4-wheel drive system, in my opinion, this is just the perfect outdoors adventuring style vehicle. Of course, the sunroof has an amazing piece in here. You can set it to have the top only open like that to get some airspace, or this entire thing will go all the way back. It's never really had too many problems with it, if any at all. Sometimes when this goes back, it'll catch onto this and start pulling this with it, and it'll make it reset and all of that, but just make sure that's out of the way and it won't never have any issues. Eastern time, outside temperature, of course the clock, very accurate, right on spot. Got your lights here, center and rear lights. You got a compass built into it, really great for outdoor stuff. All different buttons. I haven't really messed around with these yet. I'm not sure what they do. I'm not gonna mess with them yet. Got storage space there. Got your, of course, you got your off, running lights, headlights, bright lights, and of course your fog lamps. You can toggle them on and off. The fog lamps on with just normal headlights is an amazing combo at night. I'm going to tell y'all now. The light range on this car is incredible, just stock. And of course I'm going to get the black halo LEDs eventually. But right here you can see that, of course, I'm on wet, soft dirt right now, and having no problems. I mean, it ain't slipping, it ain't sliding, it ain't doing nothing. It's just flawless. Of course, there's a deeper spot with a little puddle right there. It acts like it's not even there. Of course, we can drive all the way back here, and it's perfect. Of course, come to a stop, go in reverse. It just moves like it acts like I'm not even on dirt, honestly. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, this is by far one of the funnest vehicles that I've ever driven, simply due to the fact that I can just get in it and go anywhere I need to. And of course, it will take you anywhere. I've drove through straight up like ankle deep up in mud, and it just acts like it's not even there. And of course, to show y'all, I mean, I ain't bullshitting. Like, this is stuff that a truck without proper equipment, or just a rear wheel drive truck, it just gets stuck in. But I mean, it takes me out to some of the most beautiful spots I've ever seen. So it's all in all spacious. It's 4-wheel drive, 4-cylinder, so it's great on gas. Big gas tank, so you can go further. I don't have any complaints about this vehicle. I honestly give it a 10 out of 10, man. It's got all the luxury package. I have seen these models without the heated seats, cloth interior, you know, they're okay, but if you can get the extra package, I don't know exactly what package it's called through Subaru, but I mean, it's got everything you need. Like I said, I'm out here camping in it. It's got plenty of space for me to camp in. Great views. It's got climate control, so I can just set it on automatic, let it idle, and it keeps it comfy in here. I mean, it's all you could ever really ask for. Speedy, very, very speedy. It says 140 on the dashboard, and I can guarantee you this car, without any upgrades, will run every bit of 140. Put a little 5-pound turbo, or maybe a 10. Rebuild the engine. You know, you always want to be safe putting a turbo on there. Rebuild the engine, get the transmission suited for it. Could be even more fun. Yeah, just this little old car, you'd never expect it, but I fell in love with this car. And this, believe it or not, this model is what made me fall in love with Subaru. It's the next vehicle I buy, I guarantee you, will be a Subaru. I said, highly recommend it, you know. Going camping, if you don't want to keep everything in here, you could put one of those rooftop storage containers on top and have everything stored on top. Every Subaru I've seen this model has always came with a roof rack. Always has a roof rack on it, so you never got to worry about that. Carry a little kayak, maybe a surfboard, whatever you're into, you can go up there. Real sharp on the looks. I can't remember what Subaru it is. I don't know if it was like the Impreza or a WRX. It used to have similar shaped headlights. I'm not exactly sure. It's just the dip you see right down in here. I've seen that on another car. So it's even these little soccer mom, whatever you want to call it, they still got sport to them too. So gas caps on the passenger side. There's a little latch inside the car to release that, so no one can just come and open that without prying it off or anything. You know, super fun ride. Reverse lights. Well, maybe them two. I know that's another brake light. The rear wipers cover a great distance. They work perfectly. All the windows, I never had any problems, even with rain. I never had problem with the windows going bad or nothing. The blue paint with the silver on bottom, it's dirty, but like, it doesn't look dirty. You know, it stays looking clean. So if you're out there wondering why you should or shouldn't get one of these, my advice is to go ahead and get it, man. I'm telling you, if it runs great, do a little bit of a tune-up on it, and I guarantee you this thing will stay running great. Like I said, this car has me spoiled. Love it. And I'm a guy that comes from a lot of muscle cars, older pickup trucks and all of that. This car has me spoiled with just some of the awesome stuff that it's got. The seats are super comfy. They do crack a little bit. Only thing that I've seen that concerns me is last summer it got really hot and it did melt some of this material up here. So I guess watch out leaving the black leather dashboard in direct sunlight over the summer. That's why all that right there has happened. Yeah, the sunlight in the black dashboard doesn't work too good. I mean, I'm glad this right here hasn't gotten sun bleached yet, which it's starting to take its fade from it. But all in all, for what year it is, the speakers sound amazing. It shifts, runs smooth. It's the most reliable thing I've driven. It's never let me down. So y'all are looking for a camper conversion or another car, see one of these on Marketplace. I see them all of the time near me for like $3,000 up to maybe $6,000 at most for a damn near perfect one. It's damn near perfect. So for $6,000 roughly. $6,000 you get an almost mint one. So yeah, here's what it is. I mean, it's comfortable enough if you want something cheap to just get into real fast. Like I said, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Let me know what vehicles you want to see me react to next. If there's any more recommendations for a vehicle that you guys really like, let me know down in the comments. Please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. And until next time, you guys stay awesome. Peace out.